here, I don't think. Which means I can't do any Discord updating or anything. So give me a second. I will be right back. Alright. Sorry I've been gone for so long. Couple of things happened. I got a break on this nail, which is currently patched. And I kind of was avoiding doing designs and things because I didn't want to remove stuff from that nail as often. And secondly, all of my polished shelving that I had along the sides of this bookcase here, I had to take down because one of the... I had it hung with command strips, which was rated higher than the weight that it should have been to be able to support the polish. But it didn't want to stay stuck apparently on one of them, and then I didn't trust it, so I had to take them all down. And the shelves that I have on the wall, let me turn so you can see. I have some up here. Those shelves don't have back to them. The wall is the back of the shelf, so when they're not on the wall, the polish can't stay on the shelf. And so my whole polish area was just covered in piles and piles of polish. So I've been working on reorganizing stuff. This bookcase over here, you were aware that the door broke if you watched one of my other streams. Hi, Praise! So it is now doorless, right? The top never had a door. 1, 2, 3. But then this bottom section here now is all open. And I ordered 2 more of these shelves, those slightly wider ones. I have to have 2 different ones next to each other for it to fit in the width of the bookcase. And the company that I ordered them from today just messaged me. It took a long time hunting. Ooh, look, it's a big cat in front of my Helmers. There she is. She's so cute. Anyway, it took a lot of searching to find that shelving thing again. And the place that I found, I ordered 2 because that's how many I needed, and they just messaged me today saying they only have 1 in stock after all. So I'm kind of mad about that, because that means I have to continue waiting and searching. So that's alright. Let me put a message in Discord so that people on the group over there know what's streaming. I'm not done organizing everything. I still have 2 bags of polish down here, and this shelf, and the ones on the wall up there. And I got these new ones that are at the top that are rotating shelves. Those are not full yet either. But I have enough put away that I can actually paint my nails properly without sitting on polish. Look at this sweet one, this big cat. Alright, so I know that I'm going to be using one of my Corelli polishes that I have with patriotic colors, so I have those out. Kind of ready to be decided between. These 2 are not actually on the swatch stickering yet because they're newer. This one is 90 USA, which has matte glitter, which I like. The blue is a slightly lighter blue, and they're just hex glitter, smaller and more medium sort of sizes. This one is Clarissa Carolette Freedom Ring, which is a white-based Corelli also, but it is There's stars in there. I have a red star on the swatch here, but there's also blue stars and white stars, and small white hex glitter, which kind of blends into the background, and blue and red, and I think there's blue squares, yeah, in there along with the hex glitters for the others. This polish is called Lady Liberty by Polish, and it's it has very teeny tiny, let me zoom you in, or focus you in so that you can see. If I can get a light up here, where are you? Okay. It has microflakes that are red and blue, but they don't give like a super overly patriotic vibe, so this is an option for like a background of something if I decide I want to do a more nail arty nail. I might just do, I don't know. I am debating that. I still have a lot of organization to do. So I kind of want something quick and easy today. And then these are the other options. This one is from Spellbound Nails. It's called Star Spangled. It's a much, it's a sheerer kind of a crelly base. Still gets opaque by 3 coats. And it has lighter blue, but it has red and blue stars. Oh, praise, thank you. You're so sweet. I don't have any emotes yet. I have to figure that out still. This one is called Yank My Doodle, which is... No, sorry, it's called... Yank My Doodle is a different OPI polish. This is called Yankee Noodle Dandy by Noodles Nail Polish, which I think is a hilarious name. This one has a lighter blue, as you can see, with the red. Why you shout, big cat? Why you shout? Yeah, you shout. Hello. He's looking at me like all sweet. Do you want a pet? All right. That one, right? And then this one is called Honor. It's by Cloristic Carol. This is the one that I wore last year. It has a lot more smaller speckly kinds of glitter in between the larger glitter. It has red squares and white squares and blue stars. I don't know if it has other colors of stars. This one is called Party Like a Patriot. It's just micro glitter. Is there white micro glitter in there too, or is it just blue and red? No, there's white in there too. Red, white, and blue micro glitter. This also would be good for a background because it's more uniformly speckled. This one is called Solidarity. It's red and blue and gold and black micro glitter. This one was a Memorial Day polish by Native War Paints, and this one is also by Native War Paints. It's called It's a Me Mario, but you can see it's red and blue with a white base, so I could totally do that for the 4th of July too. It really kind of just depends on the feel that I'm going for. My swath of swatches. Let me bring you back down. Not quite so focused up here. Come on, grab the thing. There we go. Okay, so of all of these, what are you squeaking for? What are you squeaking for? Fine. She's so cute. She gets all the scritches. Look at that kitty smile. I'm kind of leaning away from the Flat Freedom Ring because it's more white than the rest of them. It's got a greater preponderance of white. And this one reads red, white, and blue from far away pretty well because the glitters are a little bit more space between them, I think. But this one also does. But the blue, hey yo, yes. How are you? I thought for a second that that was Lady Liberty holding up her torch, but it was just you waving hi. I'm leaning against this one because it's got the other colors in with it too. And then... Oh, okay. I'm glad you're back. Were you able to, like, hear me and stuff still in the meanwhile? Part of this depends on whether I'm going to be able to find these, because as I told you, my everything is in the middle of being reorganized. So I'm pretty sure that this one, I know where it is or it's completely buried, depending on whether I put it on the shelf before everything collapsed or not, and I don't remember. This one I should be able to find. This one I should be able to find. This one I should be able to find. I know where that one is, and I know where that one is. So, this one is feeling a little bit purplier to me, a little darker than I kind of... You do like the Mario one? It is more saturated and less white in the white part, because it has kind of a shimmer in it that tints it slightly red. If I did this one, I'm less likely to do nail art with it, because it's kind of just doing its own thing. Except, it doesn't have any stars, so I guess I could do stars. Do you guys remember what I did for 4th of July last year? I can pull up the, look at her cleaning. She's going for it. Let me pull up what I did last year. It was a Crelly. It was, this one, Honor, with some red and blue freehand stars over the top. I liked it a lot, actually. If I can find. If it will load. Good gracious, come on. This is what I'm looking at. This is big blank squares. And that's August. That's June. Okay. This is going to be it once it loads. So give me just a second. I do have star stamping plates. The stars I did last year were freehand, but I don't want to do the same thing again, and that would take longer. So we can take a look at the star stamping plates I have. Yeah, that's fine. I did also reorganize my stamping plates, and I got giant rings for my swatch sticks to be on that hold more of each color, so I don't have to keep splitting them in arbitrary lumps. Okay, let me make sure I have this readily accessible. It's the Me Mario. That's Honor. Ooh, no, it's not on the shelf, which means it's in one of these bags down here. Oh, cool. I'm so happy for you. Do I... Gosh. Alright, I'm gonna go digging through a bag of polish. Give me a second. I'm gonna grab it, and then I'm gonna have you rifle around in here with me. There's 2 bags over here of unsorted polish. Right here, these 2. We're gonna start with the small one first. Okay. I need to add thinner to this polish. I just bought it at the indie shop, and as soon as I got it home, I realized that it was really thick and partly dried out, and that was disappointing, but I need to add polish thinner to it. I think I'll be able to save it. Alright, I'm just going to dump it out and put them back in. Okay. Panchromatic nails, never enough. Great Lakes lacquer, zombie claw. Finger paints, never enough. Envy lacquer, pampered polishes, panchromatic nails, paparazzi. Noodles nail polish, Savannah lacquer. Ooh, this is the one that was from the same polish pickup month, so it might be in here. But I've been kind of swapping back and forth between the two bags as I've been organizing and putting things away, so maybe not. It might be in the other bag. Ooh, Colossal polish that goes up here with its fellows. If I, oh, there we go. That'll fit. Hey, Big Cat, you're so pretty. Pep Nail Vibes. This is a brand that has a bunch of Crellies. I think only Crellies. The maker of this brand also makes Society Wit, which is mostly cream polishes, and I really liked those. And so when she started making this brand for Crellies, I tried them, and I really like all of the Crellies that I've tried from them. See, there's another one. This one is called Kelp and Coral, and it's got like a dark green sort of a base with... This one's a little bit more of a jelly with glitter than a Crelly, if I'm honest, but the rest of them are Crellies. This brand has been showing up in CVS, Eternal Nail Lacquer. I've got a couple of them, and they have good formulas, and they're pretty cheap. Like, pretty cheap. Like, less than... I don't want to misquote the price, but I seemed to remember them being super cheap. This is one of the polishes I wore recently. It's Apple Pie Mother Bleep, that I really liked. And I'm not seeing... This is a cool polish. It looks like sprinkles. It's called With Sprinkles. It's a Native War Paints color. A bunch of short little bar glitters and sprinkle colors. Okay, there's another Coloristic Carol. But that's not the one I'm looking for. But I will put it with its fellows. Okay, so it's not in this bag, which means it's in the other bag. Or in this little box next to the bags, because that also has a homeless polish in it. Yeah. It's not quite like Funfetti because they're bar glitters instead of circle glitters, and Funfetti usually feels like dots to me. Whereas bar glitters are like elongated. Okay. This is a really cool thermal that goes from this sort of tealish blue to my favorite kind of olive green. It reminds me of you, Praise, because it's like your favorite color and my favorite color made a baby. Aha! It's a me! Mario! There it is. Now, unceremoniously shove the rest of this back in the bag for later. Oh, boy. There was a gal at the indie shop who traded, well, she got this as a prototype from Never Enough, and it was like the only Never Enough prototype that I was interested in, and they were mysteries, and she got 2 of them, and she sold me one, and I was really happy, because I didn't want to, like, chance getting, it was mostly pinks in the mystery thing, and I knew I wasn't going to be happy if I got any of the, like, 8 or 9 other options. That was, like, the only one I wanted. But I got it through roundabout means. Oh, goodness. Your life is a lie? No, Praise. Confetti is dots. Like, yeah. Google it, Google it. You're so cute. This big cat. She's super orange in the frame right now. Like, more, you know, that's not a natural cat color. She is orange, but she's not that radioactively orange. Okay. I'm going to mourn this polish when it is gone. It is here. Oops, I'm out of frame. It's here at the bottom of the bottle. This is Essence Pretty Cool Life, and I really, really like this color. CND Vinylux Sage Scarf is very close in color, but doesn't have as quite a good a formula. Or brush. This brush is good. I like the slightly wider, flatter brush. And it is only a 8 milliliter bottle. When I bought it, I would have bought 2 if I had known that. But I wasn't thinking or paying attention to that. Okay. So. Oh, goodness. In all of that polish sorting, I cracked my patch. Which I think is going to be okay. I don't have to redo the whole patch because this time the patch thing that I was doing was nail powder mixed with nail glue as opposed to tea bag. And so I think I can re-anchor this. Let me get... Goodness, did I put my nail glue away? I think I did. Why? Okay, well, I'm gonna see if it's readily accessible. Heyo. Yeah, the reason that I did it was because I was at work and my nail broke and I patched it with tissue paper and glue, and that held up until the end of the day, but then it cracked again. And then I came home and I did a tea bag patch, and it held up for a couple of days. But the day after I painted my nails again, I didn't redo my patch when I painted them, and the patch failed. I think it had gotten some acetone on it. And it failed while I was at work, so I didn't want to do the other thing because I had polish on my nail. So I got these, which are supposed to... I was at Sally's on my break, and they're like medical grade adhesive patch stickers that you stick over polish or whatever. And it worked okay to hold it until the end of the day. But while I was at Sally's, I needed to buy more nail glue because my nail glue was almost empty. And next to the nail glue, there was a nail powder thing, and I thought I'd try it. So let's see if that's in here. It should be in here. Everything nail related that wasn't nail polish should be in here. I don't see it. Oh, haha! It's just on my desk. Here I am digging through a bunch of crap I don't need to dig through. Okay. Hi, Anne. We are repatching this a little bit. My nail that broke with some nail powder and glue. And then we're going to be doing some patriotic nails with this probably. It's a me Mario from Native 4 Paints. And doing some star stamping over the top. Okay. So I need to get glue in between those two parts. And then we're gonna tap some powder across, and I don't know how successful I'm gonna be in getting the glue in between those layers, because it's not flexing very much and I don't want to break it more to get it further in there. Do you know what I mean? Okay. I don't want to just, here we go. I knew I had an empty bag over here. I didn't want to just shake the nail powder over the nail without anything to catch the excess. Oh, that wasn't on camera. Sorry, guys. I just shook the powder across where the glue was to reinforce the patch, and then after it's dry, I'll file it again. And that should be enough to reinforce the patch. I am probably going to cut the patch down again probably next week, because it'll be grown out enough. It broke really low. It broke like here, and that was a week and a half ago, and it's already grown to there, so we should be good after another week to just get rid of it. Okay. Now we gotta let that dry for a minute. In the meanwhile, we can look at some star stamps. Let me grab them. I can't do cure gel. Yo, I can't do gel at all. I'm allergic to the ingredients. Awesome. Orly Nail Rescue is the one that I think it has the same ingredients as this powder. I looked at it when I was there at the store. And I already had I knew that I was going to use the glue for other things too, and it made more sense for me to just get the powder to supplement rather than getting a whole separate other kit. It's the IBD nail filler powder, and I already was using the IBD brush on nail glue that it says to use it with. Okay, so let's take a look at some stamps. Yeah, it does. Alright, per Cater's recommendation, I got a binder with some photo things. to organize my stamping plates. And this angle is awful for you guys, but I can't really get it up higher than that. So I'm gonna, if I see anything interesting down here, these are all leaf plates. So are these. Most of these are leaf plates, but there's some texture and Christmas stuff on the bottom. Yes, that's true. That I didn't realize that that was true of the Orly Nail Rescue. But that does sound nice. This doesn't have any stars. This has some snowflakes, but no stars. Mostly leaves. Yeah, credit goes to Caters who got the idea from someone else. So I don't know who real credit belongs to. I wish that the slots were slightly smaller so that, like, I have these types of ones and then I have these types of ones where they're smaller pockets, but then they overlap slightly and you can't see the bottom design on the plates here. Do you see how they kind of overlap? So, I don't know. I wish there was something intermediary in size that was at the store I was at, because they only had these two options and I didn't want to go somewhere else because I was done being out for the day. Okay, this one has some stars. It's a contender. Cute little spangly star spray. And this one is all stars. This is the one I was looking for. It's a Color Club plate that I got in a D-stash. And it has multitudinous options of stars. This one feels kind of fireworksy, going out from the middle. Yeah, except I don't have any firework plates. And I want stars. Personally. Okay, there's one star on here that we could incorporate. And some falling stars. Right there. I don't see any stars there. That's all of them. Okay, so those are our options. Ooh. And then what I like about the binder I got too is that it has a zipper pocket where I can keep all my stampers and scrapers and stuff in the front too. Yeah, I know. I don't have any fireworks. The reason I know this is because for New Year's Eve, I wanted to do fireworks, and I went through and I looked at everything, and I didn't have any. And I ended up doing sort of a falling dot design instead. I'm just gonna double check. I have them kind of organized by category or theme, too. Each page has similar motifs. We could also try to incorporate stripes. Like something wavy that feels like a waving flag with red. But we already have all the colors in the background. It's not just plain white. If I were going to do that, I would want to just do red with white, I would think. Okay, yeah, no, that's all the stars. So, let's come back up here. Move the lamp, because it's in the way of the camera. Sorry if I'm making anybody seasick. Okay. Let's take a look at these. After we take a look at my nail, because I think it might be dry. Yes, it is. I'm going to file this really quick with a soft file. I want this to be kind of a natural shape, but I also don't want to take away the support of the patch. So I'm trying to leave it thicker there without looking lumpy. Okay. That looks fine to me. Good enough. Under polish, it'll be smooth. Okay. So we could do falling stars, like alternating red and blue on different nails, or just all red or just all blue. We could do a big star that's like strategically placed around the nail. I kind of like this one with the multiple different star shapes just across the nail as an accent nail, maybe. And then this one has lots of options. It has this big starburst star. We could do like red and blue splotches and do like a kind of a pattern there, or a gradient from red to blue across the star since it's so big. I mean, we could do a gradient from red to blue on all of them if we wanted to. I do like this. Feels slightly fireworksy to me also. This one is a similar mood to this one, right? These two next to each other. But this one has a little bit bigger stars. And the scattering is a little bit less dense than this one. I prefer this one of the two. This one's all open but random. This one's all open, evenly spaced. Thoughts and decisions. I like either this idea or this idea or this idea. The question is, which blue would I use if I had a blue? Because none of the other dark blues that I had before stamped very well. But I think I might have one from Essie that will now, since last year that I got. So give me a second. Let me stand up and see. I put my stamping plate folder right exactly where my foot needs to go. Next to this giant bag of polish. Okay. Okay, Booties on Broadway. It's a very dark blue. I think that would work for the blue. And then we have Havana Nights, probably, for the red. Alright. Let's get out one of these. And we'll get some little swatch tests for each of these ideas. The bottom plate's far right design, the one with this, the one that feels like fireworks, kind of. You know, the base of this is actually got enough of a color to it because of the shimmer that a white might also show up. If we did red, white, and blue splotches. Don't mind me. Just knocking polish off the shelf while I grab other polish. Here's a white. This is the whitest white that I have. It's like a super crisp, stark white. It's called Blanc Slate from Moonshine Manny. I think that would show up right over the top of that base. This is not dry in any way, shape, or form, though. So, let me do a little bit of file maintenance shaping stuff on my nails really quick. While we're waiting for that to dry, just making sure the shape is even on everybody. When I file my thumbs, I look at them in both angles because otherwise I feel like I get a wonky shape. Like, it'll look great from my angle, but the shape that other people see when I'm like talking to them or gesturing or handing them things is weird if I don't look at it from their angle. There we go. That one's actually still pretty good. Some of my nails grow more crookedly than others. They need a little bit more help staying in shape as they grow. And some of them just do it on their own. Model citizens. Got some flaking on the edge of this nail. I'll have to smooth that out with the buffer just a little bit so that it doesn't catch on anything. This nail is always super deceptive to file because can you see the smile line on this side goes all the way up here? I should bring the focus closer. See, the smile line comes all the way up to here on this side. Which is obviously not straight, but then it makes it harder to see what straight is. And because it's free edge, it wants to flare a little bit on that side, so I have to file it, keep it straight. Okay, this pinky doesn't do that. It just is normal compared to that. That's okay. Everybody's got wonky fingers. Okay, is this dry yet? No, it's not. We might do base coat. And I really should get paper towels, because stamping needs to have the scraper wiped off as we go, and I did not put one down. So I'll be right back. She's doing her airplane arms, where she sticks her two arms out in front of her, all silly. You can't really see it because my computer is in the way. Here. You see? Oh, she dangled this ankle down. She had them both straight sticking out in front of her, all hilarious. Okay. That was a tape measure. Apparently me sitting on the chair knocked it off balance enough that it wanted to go diving into the abyss underneath James's desk. Okay. So we decided we're probably not using that one. But we'll see. Okay. I'm going to put some top coat over this, I think, that it will dry faster and be able to be stamped on a little bit more quickly. Oh, I think I want to put base coat on while I wait. I just wiped my nails off with acetone before I put that top coat on, because I know we're going to have to do base coat no matter what. We're going to do that one last, just to give it just a little bit more time to set. I'm like sure that it's set, but you know, doesn't hurt to give it another minute or two. She's so lazy. This big cat lying on her pillow. Sorry, I'm trying not to get polish on my skin and I'm focusing. Because this is, you know, painting with my non-dominant hand. I'm thinking about, I was hanging out with a friend on Monday night, and she played the Ballad of Buster Scruggs for me and Praise. We were hanging out together with her. I was thinking about the plot line of one of the short stories in that. I don't want to say what it was, because that would be a spoiler if you haven't seen it. Okay. Back to the index nail over here. Okay. What are you looking at, Dinky One? I'm going to turn this a little bit so you can see her little toe jelly beans. Oh, there they are. She's so cute. They're not in focus, I don't think, for you. Her toes. But they're adorable. I'm going to check on this and see if it's dry enough to stamp on. No, it's not. Not yet. So we're just going to go straight for the base color on my nails. Because I know we're going to be using this anyway. We just have to decide what to stamp over it. Oops, I'm out of frame. Sorry. I was trying to hold my arms up higher than they needed to be. And I already had accommodated for myself and didn't realize it. That light white balance is awful though, gosh, guys, I'm sorry. There. Nope. I thought that would make it better, but not really. Come on. As soon as I get down there, it changes again. Okay, hang on. That's change the angle entirely. There. That's better. Alright. Now you can see again. There aren't any fireworks, Praise. There aren't any fireworks. It's stars that are in like a burst pattern, but it's not fireworks. It's stars bursting outward. Gold would show up okay, but I don't feel like it would be patriotic enough. I don't want that. I love gold fireworks, but I want my nails to be primarily red, white, and blue. I know, but I don't want them to be primarily gold. I want them to feel primarily red, white, and blue. Hey, how are you? Nisi, is that right? Oh, goodness. When you're capping your tip with acrylic, you don't want glitter right on the end of your finger because it will make a weird ridge. Yeah, I'm going to test that. That's the one I think that Yo said she liked too. So that's the first one we're going to try after I've got that test swatch set enough to be able to stamp on. But in the meanwhile, we're putting base color on. Look at this sweet girl. She's falling asleep where she's sitting. For anybody joining us right now, this is Native War Paints It's a Me Mario, which I am repurposing to be patriotic because it's red, white, and blue. I'm glad you like it, Nisi. I like it too. Of course, we're planning to stamp over it too, but we're waiting for our little test area that we're going to stamp on my lid over here to dry enough to be able to stamp without ruining and or picking up on other parts of the stamp or the base color. Oh, getting around the cuticle. I'm really picky about my cuticle area. I want the polish. Sorry, I banged into you with my glasses. I want the polish to be very even there. And that's what a cleanup brush helps with too, obviously. But if it's not close enough to the cuticle to begin with, the cleanup brush isn't going to help you get a smooth edge. And with the shape of my cuticles, if I have a brush that's not rounded, and this brush is not rounded. That's why I'm talking about it, because I'm doing it right now. I have to kind of turn the brush and use the corner to come around to get into that deepest part of the cuticle if the brush is slightly wider but also not rounded. And it's, you know, it's workable. It's not like a deal breaker. And it was a polish pickup polish. And it's not available unless they're bringing it back for July, which they might be. I have not actually looked. July is throwback month, and every brand gets to bring back previous polish pickup exclusives from an earlier month. They did a duo with Savannah Lacquer, who did a Luigi-based Crelly, which I also have. Because, I mean, you have to get both together, right? And that one's got greens and blues, which I love. But to be honest, when I got this one, I actually pegged it as a patriotic polish in my mind. I was like, aha, the 4th of July. I see, I see. You could probably find it, you know, D-stashes and stuff too if they're not bringing it back. Oop, I'm gonna actually push back this cuticle a little bit on this side. This pinky, I told you, is like my wonkiest nail. It doesn't want to be symmetrical. Look at how sweet the big cat. She just started snoring and then she stopped and then sat up and decided she was going to clean herself instead of sleeping. She's silly. But she's a buddy. And I love her. Right, obviously that side cuticle there is like dramatically not in the lines. And that's why I have my cuticle scoop. Because look, now it's clean. First nail is dry. This is still not dry enough to stamp on. I think I should have not top coated it. Because I think I don't know. That's okay. We'll just do our second coat of the polish. Since this is opaque in 2 coats, you kind of got to be mindful of your glitter on the second coat. Oh, yeep. Yeah. I actually bought It's a Twister with Teeth because of your swatch, Anne. And I really appreciated that you told me in your swatch that it took you, what was it, 4 coats? Because that's what it took me, and I bought it with the full knowledge that it would take that many coats, and therefore was not disappointed. But they're really thin, like, it didn't feel bulky on the nail despite having that many. I like the flakies. Like here, I've got 2 blue glitters that are a little bit too close to each other. I'm gonna move one. Sorry, that wasn't in frame. Let's go this way since I'm doing this hand. Now the next question is, am I going to be stamping on all of my nails or just a few? I find that it depends on the brand, and some jellies dry insanely fast, some dry slower, some Crellies dry insanely fast, some dry slower, and it, I think, mostly has to do with the base that's being used by the brand, and I don't think that it, like, I wish that there was a polite way to, like, ask the maker, hey, what base are you using? And then, like, figure out which bases I prefer so I can, like, shop for the makers that have those bases without having to, like, trial and error them first. But that's obviously, they're not going to tell you what base they're using because that's, like, a part of their formula and, like, you know, it's not cool. It's like friggin' from SpongeBob. Give me the formula. I never watched SpongeBob, but I'm aware of the fact that plankton was a thing. So if I'm getting any of that wrong, I apologize. Sorry, I'm not even in frame even then. Yes, trade secrets. You got it. Cuticle scoop. I need you. Okay. That hand is done. Let's come over here and do the other hand after I move the camera. Goodness gracious, Gloria, what are you doing? I actually am off this whole week. I took this week off and I've been doing a bunch of organization stuff. Obviously, partly with my polish that I was mentioning earlier. But I also have, like, I don't know, a bunch of stuff that needs to be sorted, that needs to get taken to Goodwill, which I probably will do on Friday, you know, after everything's been sorted. And, oops, oh goodness, look at what I just did. That's no good. No good to anybody. Let's fix it. I'm going to pat the polish back into place as much as I can just to level the playing field. And then I'm going to get another little bit of the polish, and we're going to go right across, and nobody's going to know once top coat's on it that even happened. Look at that. Voila. The bedroom area is one of the areas that needs to be organized still. I already finished doing all the stuff that needed to be done in the kitchen, which is good. And also we need to deal with the patio because James wants to get a grill because he's sick of having so much smoke in our tiny, very poorly ventilated kitchen when he cooks things at high heat in the wok, which I agree with. I don't enjoy that either. And we need to just kind of move some stuff out there and reorganize. So the bedroom is today, after I finish doing my nails. And then the patio will probably be Friday. I'm gonna make sure I'm not leaving any of those edges high and dry. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, my nail art area is a corner of the living room / office. Our apartment is not multi-bedroomed. We just have the one bedroom. But our living room area is shaped in a way that, like, we have the living room area of the living room, and then that's back over there. Over there, in that direction. That's the couch you can see behind the Helmers. And the TV's over there and stuff. And then it has this kind of set alcove area here in the other direction that's technically part of the same space, but James has his desk with his computer in one half of it, and I have my bookcase and all of my polish shelves and the chair that I sit in with this little thing over the arm of it that I had someone on Etsy make for me. Shout out to, goodness gracious, Gamby Hall Woodcrafters or something like that for their custom order that they did for me with the special kind of polyurethane double something coating that's acetone resistant so that it looks like pretty wood even though I spill on it. Yes, right? I definitely have a nail art room. It's just not a separate room. It's like a nail art corner. I'm flooding the cuticle. Blah. Why? Things were going so well. One of the things that I kind of have to do with acrylic too, when I'm doing cleanup, is make sure before cleanup that all of the glitters are inside the nail space, if that makes sense. That none of them are hanging over into the cleanup area. Because if they are, then when you clean up the polish around them, they're going to stick out and not allow that smooth edge that I definitely want. Well, there's square red glitters in here too. I think I might have mentioned that in the swatch, but I had forgotten. Okay. Getting all of those edges. Okay. Alright. So, dining room, yeah. That works. Okay. Let's focus you back down here. This is the design we're trying first, right? Everybody agrees? This POW from the center. Now the question is, what color scheme do we want? Yeah, my little scraper. Let's start with is this dry? Yes. Alright, our test swatch is able to be stamped. I'm thinking possibly I know. It's the Revlon one that they sell at like everything. It's really thin, so it's able to get in really well. And I absolutely do not ever use it for filing. I use a glass file for filing that I got off of Amazon. Because this leaves the edges all raggedy. But it's a perfect cuticle scoop. I absolutely love it. I call it my cuticle scoop because that's what it is. I don't even call it a file. Okay. So I'm using the magnifying stamper from What's Up Nails. The stickiness on this is excellent. And actually the jumbo stamper was the one that I had before I ruined it and had to replace it. And when I asked them at the indie shop at their table, they said it was the same material, and I asked if I could like feel it to make sure, and it is. So the stamper head on this, I like the shorter, closer to the nail stamping situation, and look, it magnifies. Woohoo! Which is fine. I'm not like all about the magnification, but it's fine. Let's even see if this blue stamps at all. This is Booties on Broadway by Essie. I should not have done the second scrape. I'm going to add more polish. Oh, that didn't pick up hardly anything, but that might have been because I did the double thing. Oh, I need tape. God, you guys can tell that I'm like totally flying by the seat of my pants on this. I didn't have it's because my whole nail area is not organized. And I just said to myself, eep, today is Wednesday, tomorrow's the 4th of July. I absolutely need to do this before tomorrow. Magnificent. Because magnification. Okay, and then we also need to get some cotton balls. For cleaning up. Got my little grabber. That one is empty. I use these little jugs for acetone, and I do refill them, but I have a fresh one that already is full. So that's what we're going to use. Let's try this again with just one scrape. Here we go, and scrape and stamp, and it picked up. Hooray! And then we're going to come over here. I'm not going to do the whole design because I want to save room for other things, but it shows up fine over the base color. Let me focus you up here. Come out. Right there. You can see. That blue picked up okay. There are a couple of little empty spots, but those would be easy to fix if I felt like it. I would like to try the red as well. And I want to try the white because I want to see if the white shows up at all over the base color. I hit my nail against the tape over here and made a little gap, so I was filling it in really quick. Okay, let's do the white. This is Moonshine Manny Blank Slate, spelled blanc like the French, but I don't like French, so I'm not even going to try to say it right. French phonetics confuse me. Ooh, I didn't go fast enough. I didn't get anything. There we go. That's a little better. I still didn't get everything. It does show up, though. You can see them. Okay. I want to try the red. See if the red... And then we have a couple of options if we're going to use multiple colors together. We have the option of, this is Havana Nights by Cal Polish. We have the option of, that had white on it. The scraper had white on it and it contaminated the color because I didn't clean it off first. If we're going to do all three colors, we could do them just kind of splotchy random, or we could do like a burst. I didn't pick up all of that either. I don't think that's the best red for this. It's a little bit more sheer than the other two colors. And while the color is good, like the tone of the red, it didn't pick up well on the stamp. So I'm going to see. Yeah, I did. Let me look at my list. I got quite a few. I got the peach tree polish one, which was like a sort of grayish taupe sort of a situation, with green and blue flakies, which was really cute. And I got, that's a different thing. I got some of the Lilies and Gardens lip balms. I got the Scofflaw and the Stella Chroma, Never Eat Yellow Snow, and Who's the Drizzle. This is only my second Stella Chroma that I've ever gotten. Their flaky formulations are very thoughtfully put together, and they look excellent on the nail. And I got the Ethereal Lacquer Shimmer Topper, the Rainforest one. Oh, the cat is gone. You're just looking at an empty chair. Hang on. Let's turn you this way. Hi. Alright. So we need to get a different red, which means we need to get our red swatch sticks. Which are right here. Voila. Okay. Ooh, somebody followed CJ0788. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. These are all a little bit orangier of a red than what I'm going for. We need something slightly more saturated. Oops. Okay, there's the Havana Nights that we were just using. China Glazed Rockin' Royale is also a good option. That's up there. On the other side of that, I'm thinking that that's the one I'm gonna try to go for. We also have a probably, I don't know where it is, color. Oh no, it's right here. Daughters of the American Revolution by Society Wit. I don't know if this stamps or not, so we can try that one too. Thank you, Braze. Alright, let me get the China Glaze. It's on the wall behind me. Gosh. I thought to myself, should I finish organizing everything before I stream? And I thought to myself, no, because you aren't going to finish before Friday, and 4th of July is tomorrow, and you need to do something, and because of that, everything is a mess. And this isn't even the right thing. Ah! This is Santa's Side Chick, which is a shimmery red, which is matte, which is not going to stamp well because mattes dry quicker than otherwise. Give me another second. Okay. Goodness. Okay. This is the one I was looking for. Rockin' Royale. Get my stamper. Ignore this, by the way. That was a something, a pimple that was healing, and then my cat was trying to walk on my face and her foot caught on the scab and it ripped off a swath of something. Stupid cat. Okay. Not the one that's being sweet here with me today. The other one that I also love, but who also is kind of dumb sometimes. This might also be too sheer. But I also didn't shake it. Which could be that I'm getting too much of the base if it's separated. Yeah, that's a little bit creamier. No, it's still awfully sheer. Yeah, that looks pink instead of red. That's a no-go. I'm thinking. One of my go-to reds is Cirque Colors Red Hook, which is very slightly dustier, but I think might be able to be good for this. Or this Virago Varnish shade Colossal, which is a one-coater and definitely would stamp better. But I want to try this Daughters of the American Revolution color first, just to see. Because if we could have a polish named Daughters of the American Revolution in our 4th of July manicure, wouldn't that be super appropriate, right? It doesn't hurt to try. It dried a little quicker than I was anticipating. One more shot. Society Wit colors in general dry really quickly, actually, which is really good if you want just a plain manicure. No, but not necessarily the best for stamping. Painted polish. I wanted the painted polish. It was sold out. And I haven't looked to see. I think she said she was going to be bringing it back this month for the throwback. But I need to actually verify that that's true. I don't remember what the other ones were because they didn't catch my eye. Those are brands that I absolutely love on average, though. So, you know, you can't really go wrong. Let's try the Virago Varnish. I got a weird polish edge there that scraped into some of the design, which I did not want. Yeah, I scraped too much, and I didn't go quick enough. I'm going to clean this off really quick. Alright. That's a much denser pickup. Yeah. That worked well. Let's try Red Hook, though, because it might work a little better. Possibly. These colors are awfully close to each other, the Colossal and the Red Hook color. The Virago Varnish is a one-coater, and the Cirque Colors Red Hook is a two-coater. And it's just one tiny touch dustier in tone. Just a teeny tiny touch dustier. It's probably going to be less opaque when stamped. Trying to get... Yeah, look at the difference in the color stamped. That's Colossal and that's Red Hook. We're definitely going with Colossal. Okay, I have never found a swatch for Colossal online after it was taken off of the Virago Varnish website. Can't find it. I might have to swatch it at some point, but it's kind of pointless because it's not available anymore. The whole brand is defunct, which makes me sad. Okay, so then our question is, if we're doing all three, are we going to do all three like triangle around the nail with all three, or are we going to do, you know, because that's going to get us more stars, or are we going to do like a burst where we have like one color in the center radiating outward across the nail? I feel like that will get us fewer of a certain color. Or we could just do random splotches. Let's try random splotches. Oh, what happened to the lens? I'm sorry, all of that was out of focus for you guys. I suck. Oh, I went too slow. I went too slow. I think that if I'm doing all three, concentric outward blend it. Yeah. Yeah. The only problem with that is I think if I do all three on the stamp at the same time, the colors that go down first are going to dry before they should. Because all three of these colors dry relatively quickly on the stamping plate. I think I might have to do just one at a time. And, you know, obviously we're going to try another couple before we finalize that decision. But that's what it's looking like based on my success in actually picking up the stamp. The next question is, which nails are we going to be stamping on? I don't think that I want to stamp on all of them. I think I want to leave some of them as just the Crelly, possibly. Maybe the two in the middle stamped, or these two stamped. That's what I did last year. I had these with stars. So I kind of want to do something different. Maybe these two and these. Alright, let's try another everybody stamp. Let's clean off the scraper this time, though. And doot, doot. Quickly, quickly! Yeah, see, I couldn't pick up any of that. Because some of the colors were on the stamping plate for too long. Which would be the same if I was doing, it would be even longer if I was doing concentric rings. So let's just do corners of each. I think that's fine. We do need to get a little bit of a tape ready. Fabulous. You think so? I'm glad. Goodness. Problem of trying to pick up a tape edge with wet nails. The cuticle scoop is also handy for that. Okay. I got my little loop of tape over here to help me with cleanup. And we're going to go for blue first. Oh no, see, even with just that, it didn't pick up anything. So sad. See, it's not getting hardly anything. Gosh, 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 gosh. How did I do it so quickly for the other stamp? Try again. Just gotta clean it off first. All right, I picked up some stars. So we're gonna take off some of this because it's just going to overstamp. And we're going to aim which way do I want it? I'm making like a triangular sort of a situation. Now, actually, I'm not sure. Do we want a center in the center open? Because that's what we have going on over there, and I kind of like it. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Oh boy, that focus is way down here. We're going to do these two and the thumb. And we're going to leave these two be what they are. Executive decision made. Gosh. Did you see that fiasco with the scraper? It just went along on a little ride with me. It's not where I wanted it to be, no sir. I might just do those two nails if it turns out to be frustrating enough. Ah, that's a better pickup. Okay, and then we're going to take off and we want it at a different placement. Okay, that's better. The point. Okay. That's fine. Sorry, the focus is not. The focus is down here on the stamping plate. So when I try to like hold my nails up close for you guys to see, you're not seeing jack. I think I can do all three. See, the way that I'm doing it is like giving the idea of a burst, but it's not using the burst that the stamping plate is giving me. It's making my own kind of a open center and stars on the side look. That doesn't look like anything yet. Let's go in with the red. Oh no, I didn't clean off my stamper. Why, Gloria? Nope, too late. Oh boy. I am not on top of things today. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. Try not to get the red on my finger all over the outside of my stamper because I don't want to clean it with acetone because then that will cloud the plastic. So I had to do that kind of weirdly. Alright, so then we have to decide what side we want the red, right? We're doing like kind of a triangle-y situation, but the triangles are not like centered the same way on every nail. It's not like the point of the triangle must be pointing toward the tip. It's just like we're doing 3 blocks of color and they're kind of rotated randomly because we want it to have that kind of organic, bursty feel, right? I need to clean this. Okay. Ugh, didn't pick up anything because I didn't put enough polish on the plate. Partly the reason it's probably drying so quick is that it's hot today comparative to when I'm normally stamping, because I'm stamping in the middle of the day instead of stamping at night when it's already cooled down a little bit. And it's summertime. I'm excited about her new ink thing too, Athalas. I think it will be awesome. She can make more stuff. Alright. So that star is all jacked up, but these 2 stars are great. So I'm going to remove this, and we're going to use the part that looks great. And we're going to go on this side of the nail. Voila. You can't see that because it's too out of focus. Would you prefer me to focus here where I can show you? I'm just going to do that. There. Stars. And then we need to do some. That's cute. I like that praise. Okay. And then we need the red for the thumb. This is not clean. Good enough. This polish is one of those I'm going to be so sad when it's gone polishes. So every stamp I do with it that doesn't turn out, I'm like, wasted polish! Oh boy. Let's actually see if I can get a good pickup with just... Nope. Not quite. Not quite. And I got polish on the edge. Let's see if I can get it off with tape. That's what I was trying to avoid earlier. Aha! Success. I was able to remove it with tape. Okay, I need to get more tape out for cleaning my stamper. And I need to clean off my fingers because I got a bunch of polish on them, which I don't want to get on the stamper again. And apparently on this nail. It's a good thing we're going to stamp on it later. All right. Gosh. No wonder I'm getting polish on myself. I'm picking up a messy scraper. Okay. That's better. I'm going to keep it out of the puddle of polish on the paper towel. That was very alliterative. And let's try again. That's much better. Okay. Okay. Get it off of me. Gosh, that tape just really wants to stay in my hand. Okay, and we're gonna do this way. Okay. Getting some stars on the thumb. Okay, we're done with red with this hand. We're gonna come back with it for the other hand, but next we're doing white. I really want to make sure that my scraper is clean on the edge that's touching the white because I don't want it to turn pink or like a baby blue. Oh, nope, I waited too long. See, that's why I haven't been cleaning off my scraper as carefully, because when I've been cleaning off my scraper more carefully in between, I am too late to pick up the stamp. That's why the scraper has stayed messier. No, that didn't pick up either. I've stamped with this white polish before. I know it stamps pretty well on my previous experiences. So I don't know what's going on today. Nope. Maybe I should just try a different white. But the only problem with that then is, will a different white show up over this base color? Because this is the starkest white that I have. Maybe we can try it. Do I have... Where did I put it? Sally Hansen Extreme Wear. White on! Let's do a little test over the swatch we have over here. Oh, this needs to be shaken. Oh, see, that one doesn't pick up either. And it's harder to get out because the bottle's further gone. So we're going to stick with the other one that we've been trying, because I don't have any other ones that actually will stamp. The rest of them are too sheer. Okay. I got something. It's an improvement. Still looks like crap though. Nail art really is a patience game a lot of the time. Nope. Yeah. Doesn't that seem like the thing? If only I had been genetically modified to have 4 hands, I'd be the perfect stamper. Oh boy. Let me get this tape out of my way. I need more cotton balls. Okay. Where did I put the stamper? There's no way that's picking up. Nope. Jack. Okay. James and I were looking up the etymology of jackanapes the other day, because I used the word and he'd never heard it before. That's great. Anyway, apparently, it basically is like you're acting like a monkey. Like a knave who's a monkey. Ooh, look, I got 2 white stars. We're using them. Alright. Can you see them? Yes? Yes, you can. Ha! 1 nail done. Kind of. Yay! That probably would have showed up better if I put top coat in between. I didn't do that. Well, I am going to possibly go back and add a little bit more white over the stars, like in the center of the star, to if the opacity isn't the densest. Nope. Took too long. Stamper, you need to stay right here. Try again. Nope. If I'd been freehanding stars, I would have been done by now. But that's okay. That star was mediocre, and now it is still mediocre. And I want to remove it and put a different one there, but I don't know if I'm going to regret that. But I'm going to do it anyway. It's 3:40. Oh boy. I said to myself, I'll just do something quick and simple and short. Gosh. Okay. This stamping plate is gold, which is weirding me out because I'm expecting a silver color when all of the polish is removed from it, and it's not because it's gold. And so I kind of keep second guessing myself. Like, is that actually clean? Okay. No! You guys. I am frustrated. I wish that I had the white stamping polish from Painted Polish. I was tempted to get it, and then I thought to myself, no, I have that other one that stamps just fine. Yeah. Uh-huh. Um, Alright, let's try this other one. It's also a Sally Hansen white called Hard to Get. We'll see if this stamps. It might not. It might. We'll find out. It does! Yay! Let's just use this then. Okay, hang on. I'm going to remove the sort of half pathetic stamp over here. Alright, and all of this crap from my furnace. Those ones are dirty, and that's why they put more white on me. But I couldn't tell because they were white, and therefore I thought they were clean because Q-tips are white. Foolishness. Okay. Okay. We need to clean off the stamper, and clean off the stamping plate, and clean off the scraper, and then we're going to be ready to try again with a color that works better. Okay. Let's actually make sure that this is visible. Yes, fingers crossed, praise. Okay. Let's just clean the stamping plate one more time for good measure. Okay. Here we go. That was not a good pickup because I scraped it poorly. Because I was in a hurry. Because I was eager to make this happen. Try again. Nope, that didn't pick up well either. Why? Okay, I got some stars. Good enough for that nail. That's not the smallest brush I have. I need to use the smallest brush I have. These are tiny details. Here it is. I need to add just a little bit of density right in the middle of this star to make it look opaque. And this one. There. Now you can see the whiteness of the white stars a little better. Oh, apparently when I was cleaning off those white stars earlier, messed up this red star a little bit. So I need to give him a little bit of a leg replacement. Okay. Okay, I'll clean. Next one. No! Scrape was good, but I took off too much polish. Which I kind of suspected, actually. Sometimes, if it depends on the polish. Sometimes you need to scrape heavier than others because the lines that are left across the image get picked up by the stamper, and sometimes they don't. And if you scrape and there's not enough, like sometimes with some polishes you want there to be some lines left over the image because that indicates that you left enough polish in the design to be picked up. And sometimes you don't because it means that they're going to get on the stamper too and ruin the design. And it's just kind of trial and error which ones are which. Nope, nothing. This is one in which I think you want the little lines left over. Sorry, Gazoo, not doing pedicures. Mm. Okay. Let's make sure my stamper's clean. Let's make sure my scraper's clean. And try again. See, so that time I took off less of the polish, and I still didn't get anything because I waited slightly too long before scraping. I mean, before picking up with the stamper. I could feel that I was hesitating too much because I had to reach over here to get my stamper. Oh well. Really making sure my plate is clean. No residue in the image at all. No, good God. I was so excited. I thought that this polish was going to work. Ah! I said to myself, it's better. It worked. Hooray. And then I was so wrong. I was so wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrongity, wrong, wrong, wrong. You know what? I'm going to take a break from the white. I need to take a break from the white. I'm going to do the blue and the red on the other hand. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, the red and the blue have their own challenges. They're not like easy peasy on their own anyway, but at least it's a different color to look at. See? Nothing. Why? You know, I've been pressing more instead of rolling because I thought that it might help, but I think I'm going to go back to rolling because my only successful pickups were with rolls, and pressing might actually be hurting me. Try again. See? Freaking okay. That worked. And we're going to give ourselves let's go this way. On the thumb. That's exactly what I was just saying. Rolling instead of pressing was what actually got me to pick up the image again. And sometimes you need to have more pressure and sometimes you need to have less pressure, and different polishes are different and different stampers are different. And for this particular polish and stamper combination, it's looking like rolling is the way to go. See? There it is. Okay. Let's do... Oh, whoops. I just removed a whole bunch off of there on accident. But that's okay. We can do an amalgam. Like that. No one would know. Clean this stamping plate again. Okay. Trying to do them all at different angles. Okay. I'm going to go back and try the white with the rolling. See if that helps. It did. Yay! It did. It helped significantly. Okay, we're going to do this part. And we're going to do it on this part. Actually, I need to remove that dot. Alright. We're going to go over those again a little bit to make them stand out like we did with these. With the itty bitty brush. Okay. That's looking good. Okay. So then we're going to do this one over here. Oh, it doesn't want to transfer. That's really weird. Some of those dots didn't want to let go. I'm going to have to go back over that area again with some dots from the stamp again. Oh, hi, Cindy. Is that how that's said? Thank you for following. I really appreciate it. Aw, you're sweet. I need a little bit more. Of these white dots. I'm gonna stamp right over this other star with this star. And then, I don't know, I was hoping that maybe we would avoid having to go over it, but I think we're still going to have to. Okay, that's fine on the thumb. I'm gonna, again, go back over with the white and make sure that the stars are standing out. All right. So trying to avoid having a glob of polish right on the end of the brush, because that just you know, gets a glob on the nail. We want a very, very thin amount of polish. There. That looks all right. I do feel like we need a little bit of a star right here, so I'm actually just gonna pretend that there is one. That there is one that went off the nail. Okay. And actually, I'm gonna go next to that with one of these and just make sure it's not too globular. There. That's fine. Alright, so this hand just needs cleanup and then it's gonna be done. I'm not doing more than that. I told you at the beginning of stream I wanted something straightforward. Oh yes, drip marbles are awesome. I have actually tried to do red, white, and blue drip marbles before, and I still need to work on that maybe next year because I kept getting purple, and that's not what I was going for. You know, as they blended. Okay, so back to this hand. We still need red on all the fingers and white on all the fingers, but the blue is done, so we can close it. Yay, thank you. Cleanup and top coat need to happen still, so they're not like 100% totally finished. They're still like in process, but I can see the hope of the process now of getting where it needs to be. Alright, so next is red. Virago Varnish Colossal. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We got one good star and the rest are really distorted. I'm actually going to try that again. Despite it picking up mostly, all of the stars lost a leg. It was like Amputee City. Which sounds awful. I saw a really interesting video of a starfish walking on the beach, but it was sped up apparently. But it looked really, really weird because it had all its little tube feet out and it was doing this with its legs while it was walking. Kind of uncomfortable visually. I'm glad that it was sped up because if that's the way that they walk normally, that's awfully creepy. Awfully creepy. Okay. Stamper, be ready. Don't do the thing. Okay, good. Whew. We're gonna go this way. I need to get new tape out over here. This is getting a little bit sketchy. Let's go this way. On the ring finger, we're gonna get white across the top here, which means that on this nail, we want the red to be on a different area, right? Because we want them to be different from one another. We're not making them all the same. Okay, swipe and roll. I'm just going to use this one that I had over here. Okay, let's do the red back here for this one. Like that. And then that one there. There. That's all right for that one. I feel like we might need another dot right there. There. To make that corner feel lived in, as it were. All of this excess polish. Yeah, so I ended up getting Helmers when I was at IKEA on Saturday. I had been planning on getting the blue ones, and then when I got there, the blue was a different color than the blue looked online. Like it was lighter and had a slightly less green in it, in the tone of the blue. And so I was like, okay, well, I might just get the black ones then instead. They were out of the black ones. Cindy, which way do you prefer that to be? Cindy or Cindy? Or Cindy H? Let me know. I started doing nail art 3 years ago, actually, for the 4th of July. I started in June, 3 years ago, doing nail art. And most of the time I do freehand stuff, which, you know, I really enjoy, or other kinds of things. My Instagram is Glisten Glow on Instagram. If you click there, you will see the rest of my Cindy. Yeah, okay. That's funny. Cindy, yeah. That's what I thought it was probably, but I just, you know, I want to make sure. And yeah, you'll see a lot of my other nail art there on my Instagram. I also post, I'm one of the moderators on the Reddit Lacarista subreddit, and I post a lot of stuff over there too. You'll see a little bit more on my Instagram because I'll post like macro shots and stuff too. And I usually only post one photo for each look on Reddit. I'll have like a link to the macro in the comments underneath, but I don't want to. Yeah. They already saw it. They don't need to see it again. If they want to see it, they can, you know, follow to the other link of their own volition. I'm not gonna cram feed my nail art down their throats. Yeah, it does take patience, as you can see today. And a lot of it, like I say though too, cleanup is half the battle. A lot of times when people are first starting to do their nails, they can't paint them well. I can't even still paint them flawlessly. I think I have flawlessly painted my nails without having to clean up afterward once, ever. And a lot of that has to do with the formula of the polish that you're using. Some formulas are easier to control than others. You know. And the nail art thing, a lot of it does have to do with the tools that you have. I didn't really enjoy doing freehand stuff until I had brushes that were small enough to actually give me the look that I wanted. Gosh, this is not picking up well. Ugh. This is the last red one. Please cooperate. Okay, that's workable. I did get polish on the side of my stamper again, though. Let's get some tape going on that again. It still messed up the edge. You can see it's not shiny there. This is not a good enough stamp anyway. I need to get more tape. My tape is not doing me any favors right now. The big cat is lying down on the floor by the Helmer. Right there. You see her? Like this corner next to the Costco paper towel and the Helmer, that's where I want to be. She's funny. Oh no! My roll of tape has reached its end, and I don't want to go digging around for other tape while I'm in the middle of this. So I'm going to salvage the bit that I can. And we're just going to really, really hope that we don't need a whole lot more than that. Okay, cleaning off all that red again. Okay. For some reason, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt just got in my head, right? John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, his name is my name too. Whenever we go out, the people always shout, there goes John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, la 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 la. Why? I don't know. I think probably because I felt like I had to begin again, so then my mind was going, Finnegan, begin again. And then I think that's related somehow to the John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt song in my head. Hi, Amethyst. Oh boy. Oh no. Dropping things. Not good. Oh gosh. Hey. Alright, we got some decent stars that time. And we can fill in the leg of that one that looks kind of wonky if we need to. If he stays on the nail, which I think he's gonna. Yeah, he is. Or we might just be able to stamp over him with this other star that doesn't look wonky. Haha, success. This one still needs a little bit of love over here. That one, he's missing a leg, but this one's fine now. Alright, so red is done except for that one little touch up. We just need white for the last hand. Sorry, Anne. Oh gosh. Share the ear worm. Boy. Okay. Let's get a little bit of the red out real quick. Do that little leg surgery. Just right here. You can see he's not fully filled in. I hope you can see that he's not fully filled in. So I'm just... There we go. All set. And then I am going to add a dot there because it felt like it needed it. Alright. That's good. We're going to get white on that edge and the other obviously missing edges. Okay. We can close the red. Yay! That again was Virago Varnish Colossal, which is far and away and long forever discontinued. Apologies to anyone who was interested in it. Let's clean off this a little bit. Because as we previously established, white needs to be non-contaminated when it is scraped. Otherwise it will become pink and we don't want that. No, no. Finger two while we're at it. Okay. See, I got red on my thumb, and I didn't want to touch my stamper because I didn't want to get red on my stamper again. And because of that, I wasn't going fast enough, and then I didn't get my stuff on the stamper because I went too slow. Grump, 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 grump. Try again. Don't get red on your finger. From anybody. Nope, nothing. Talking about rolling. We need to roll. I think I definitely need to get rid of this red, though, because it's impeding my quickness. Oh, my goodness. Yes. I feel badly for him. Oh, boy. It's like that song from Lamb Chop, right? This is a song that doesn't end. It just goes on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is a song that doesn't end. Do-do-do-do. It just goes on, my friend. And then, you know, it just continues forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I'm not sure what you mean, Amethyst. You have been thinking of it for days? Or you haven't thought of it for days? I haven't thought of it for years. Alright. Let's get a new cotton ball. Let's get more acetone. Clean, 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 clean. And clean, 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 clean. Okay. And then we're going to turn this over really carefully so we don't get polish all over our nails that are already done. Okay. This was a What's Up Nails scraper, but now you can't tell because the name just came off. You have been thinking of it. Why? What brought it to your mind before? Okay. One fell swoop. Ha ha! That's probably the best pickup of the day. Alright. Yeah. No, I know the feeling. Okay. Let's commit to that corner. And then we have to put it on the nail. So that part and that part. And we want that star right there. Would you stick, please? Thanks very much. Alright. So again, we're going to have to brighten those stars, but that looks good. Let's just do another one. Real good and quick. Excellent. That's even better than the last one. I'm not going to get rid of all of it because I want to save those stars in case I need them. Ugh, that star died. See, I do need it. It just didn't come off the stamper and got all wrinkly and weird. All right. Very good. Very good. Yes, good. Okay, cool. Thank you, Cindy. Thanks for stopping by and all the nice things. I appreciate it. All right, one more white nail to go. Let's keep the ball rolling with success by removing the red off of the stamping scraper thing and cleaning this again very thoroughly. You know what? I'm going to scrunch it down more like that so I can scrub it better. There, that's good. And then doot, doot, doot. All right. Get back in there. Yeah, I almost dropped my freaking stamper. Did that take too long? Yes. Okay. Oh, well. You know, I like to think that watching someone else fail repeatedly at a seemingly simple task encourages others who also repeatedly fail at a seemingly simple task before they finally succeed. So, you're welcome, I guess. Is what I'm trying to say. Much better. Still not perfect. I don't think I want to do that one. There's too many amputees. Praise, are you still inching your way through Breaking Bad with Ian? I also had never done my nails. Like, not even once. Well, no, that's not true. I did do my nails once when I was 15 with a duochrome polish that literally took like 12 hours to dry because I didn't know what quick dry top coat was. And I loved the way it looked, but it was so not worth the hassle of ever doing it again. And then until 3 years ago. And yeah, it was actually mostly motivated by the fact that I work with children doing speech therapy, right? And I had to give tactile cues for certain students. Like I had to touch their faces, and my nails didn't look the most pristine that they could have. And I don't know, I just felt kind of self-conscious about it. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna find the most like stay forever nude polish that I can. So I did gel polish before I became allergic to it. And I was just like, I'm going to like just put this on my nails to cover up the free edge, basically was the idea, so that I could not have any, like, you know, because my nails were clean. There's sometimes that little bit underneath that doesn't look clean even though it is clean and you have washed your hands. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, it just made me less self-conscious about it. And then I also, prior to that, had been watching a bunch of nail art tutorials just on YouTube and stuff. Colette being one. Cute Polish, before it became this weird conglomerate, was another. Just because it was interesting and I had time to kill while I was in school some of the time. The year that I was at Biola, I knew I was not going to be staying at Biola the next year, so I didn't really want to make friends and like be sad to leave them. So I made internet friends and stayed in my dorm room most of the time. And did things online like watching nail art videos and other things. And when I was watching them, I said to myself, oh, these are so interesting to watch, but I will never paint my nails. And then I was in a CVS one day, and I saw the nail polish color Essie So Psyched, which is my favorite color of green. It's an army kind of a green. Very dusty and grayed out, and that particular one is very dusty and grayed out. And I said to myself, that's my favorite color. I might as well try putting that on my nails instead of this nude color. And the rest is history. Because then I started trying other things, and I don't know. The ball rolled from there. Oh. Oh. Ugh. Okay. This, when I filled it, got a little bit too wild, so I'm gonna do a little quick removal of some of the white on that and then go back in again if I need to. I think that might be okay. Okay. Needs a little bit more taken off on that side. There we go. That's all right. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's do some cleanup. I'm going to bring you guys down here now. And just very slightly further out. Right there. Voila. No, that's slightly too far. There. Yeah. Yeah. I think the very first nail art design I ever tried to do was like one of those swirly rose sorts of designs. I have pictures of that. If you guys want to see, I can post them in Discord. I did that design. Actually, it was before June. I don't remember. I'll have to look and see what the date is on that. Because after that, I didn't do any other nail art until the 4th of July of that year. And I did some flag-inspired nails. Which, the next year, I did a redux of to show my improvement, which was pretty dramatic improvement in the course of the year in both my nail art skills and my overall skin and nail health on my hands. Yes, I will. And then the year after that, I did the design that I actually couldn't pull up earlier. It wouldn't let me. It was Crelly. It's on my Instagram if you want to go find it. It was a different patriotic Crelly with free-handed stars on these two nails, just red and blue and different sizes. I really liked those nails. And I made them matte, which I might not do with these. I might leave these glossy. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. Oh, sorry. I'm not even in frame. Sorry. Anyway, besides finding out that I was allergic to gel, I also, after I got into, well, I mean, even if I hadn't gotten into nail art to the degree that I have, I don't think I would want to do gel because my nails grow really fast, and the gap, like you were saying, Amethyst, gap at the cuticle is real ugly, or can be, if you have. I need to angle you up a little bit more, and I need to change the everything, because this is not wanting to do. There we go, that's a little better. Yeah, cuticle gaps drive me nuts. I can't live with cuticle gaps on my nails. I have on Reddit a one time I had to leave my polish on for 2 weeks because we had a kind of a family medical emergency thing, and I wasn't able to paint my nails that weekend, and I was just too busy to redo it, and it was lasting. There weren't any chips yet, and I was like, okay, well, we're just gonna see how long this will stay. It's kind of an experiment. Oh, thank you, Praise. I appreciate you. The gap got really annoying. I took them off before they chipped just because the cuticle gap was insane, and it was driving me absolutely bonkers. Okay. No, it's not on Instagram. It was before I started doing the Instagram stuff, April of last year, and the 1 year improvement was on Reddit. It was the July before that, so like 9 months before I started Instagram. I'll see if I can find it and link it in chat in a minute after I finish cleaning up this hand. I used a star punch to get the stars for that one, and it actually turned out really well, and I don't need this wet anymore, so why is it still here? You know what, though? Everybody has to start somewhere, and I kind of like encouraging people who are just starting out, and if they didn't post, I wouldn't get to encourage them. And you know, like me too, especially oh, I didn't do my white bolstering on these 2 nails yet, so I shouldn't have closed that yet. Oh well. Like, my nail shaping skills were not on point. Like, I think I have pretty good nail shape now, right? It's fairly even. It's got good consistency. I didn't know what I was doing when I started, and you can kind of tell. Like, some of the time it looked good, and some of the time it was like, I went a little bit farther. I mean, maybe somebody liked it, but it's not what I was really going for. Somebody posted a thing and on Reddit the other day that basically was like, my strong C curve is hurting my fingers. How can I like soften it or whatever? And their C curve was very mild compared to, for example, yours. And I mean, obviously, if it's painful, that's an issue that needs to be addressed. And yes, it's like not a laughing matter, but it didn't look that strong of a C curve. And before I read the part where it said it was hurting, like I just saw my strong C curve and saw the picture, and I was like, question marks. there's a singular glitter. Hang on. There's a singular glitter, like, crammed up into this cuticle that does not want to let go, and I'm gonna make him let go, because he doesn't belong there. Get out! Gosh. Okay. Let me go see if I can find that. No, I think, yeah, the C curve. How much your nail curves this way is your C curve. Some people have very flat nails that are lying kind of flatly across their nail bed. Some people have more of a C curve. Like my pinky doesn't have as much of a C curve as my middle finger, right? My ring finger is the strongest, these two. This one does more of a V thing where it like tense in the middle strangely. Okay, give me a second. I gotta go see if I can find that other thing. Yum, 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 yum. It was a while ago, so I gotta scroll from it. I'm gonna stretch my leg too while I'm doing this. Hang on. Oh, my profile. Posts. Alright, I'm gonna scroll forever. It's 2 years ago. Okay, here's last year. Spring. Here we go. I actually remember being really disappointed because I had to cut my nails down right before the 4th of July, and I had been intending to make a comparison post. So the nails in the comparison are really short, like they're the shortest that I like. Oh, you found it. Oh, yes, thank you, praise. I appreciate it. Um, but the improvement in the just from then to now, obviously there's been improvement too, but just the 1 year of practice did make a big difference. Okay. Oof. Sorry, I think I was totally out of frame except for my Eevee shirt when I was talking about that. Alright, let's make sure that the white is bolstered on these nails. I don't know if this is on camera. No, it's not. I apologize. I was in the zone. Okay, so you can see that the white, no, you can't see. There, you can see that the white is a little bit more contrasting. Yes, exactly. You can start out with crap and end up somewhere good. Okay. Let's do top coat. I want to use Glisten Glow because I will only need one coat then. It's slightly thicker compared to the Vibrant Vinyls top coat, which is my other favorite. But the Vibrant Vinyls with Crellies and things with glitter usually needs 2 coats to really smooth things out. And with the Glisten Glow, I will only need 1. Alright. And I'm not on frame. I just did my first nail. And I am going to cuticle scoop as I go. Where did it go? Make sure that it's not drying stuck to the skin. Alright, this is the nail with the patch, right? So we're going to be kind of careful with our top coat to help smooth out any unevenness. And we are also going to clean up as much as we can with the cuticle scoop so that we can avoid having to go in with more acetone. Yes, it is. Also, nail vinyls, if you have a quick dry top coat, can be helpful too. Decals, the ones that, I mean, you can make decals of anything, but I'm particularly thinking of the dry marble, the drip marble ones. Colette has videos about drip marbling that you should go check out if you're curious in that. But that's a very abstract kind of a design that doesn't take any skill really to make, and they look bomb once they're applied. And you know, you can, there's a hair in my nail there, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get it out really unless I fish for it. So we're going fishing really quick. Do you see that? The hair? Get out! And then I'm going to go back in and fix the top coat. There, that's better. Yeah, that's true. Unless, Anne, you use the vinyls to make a decal. But decals are harder to do with a super strong C-curve anyway. I mean, even with my C-curve, with a decal, you have to really be careful with, like, the size that you make them because they have to be wider toward the tip of my nail than I expect. The first couple of times I made decals, I measured the width just this way visually and didn't account for the extra width that way. I was foolish. Can't get it to go under the thing. Stay under the thing. There. I'm just going to have to even that with acetone. There was a little weird lip of polish over the edge that was wanting to hang out weirdly. Okay. Yeah, same idea. I have some Jamberry stuff from when my friend was selling them for a fundraiser for something a couple of years ago. And I used them once and they were frustrating, even with my C curve, and you have a much more curved than me, so I can imagine how frustrating that would be. I couldn't get the edge to lay flat. It wanted to, like, wrinkle. Anyway. Alright, we have to go in with acetone to clean up around the edges, but that's that hand done. Glisten Glow top coat doesn't really smear things very, you know, like, I've never really had a problem with it smearing stamping and stuff like that. Which is another reason that I love it, aside from its quick drying and its ability to level out things well. And the fact that it doesn't shrink on me. I actually need to add a little bit of top coat right there, because I missed that corner. I don't know how I missed that corner, but I missed that corner. And that will settle in as it dries. It won't have that uneven edge. Is your son on the spectrum, Anne? I mean, you have two sons, but is one of your sons on the spectrum? The one who has the behavioral therapist? All of them, really? Seshvit shrinks on me. And other ones just don't dry as quickly as I want them to. Like, I tried the liquid macro top coat from Super Chic Lacquer. It didn't shrink on me, but it didn't dry quickly enough, and it was disappointing. Okay. And then I tried the Cuticula one. They have a quick dry one and a regular one. I got the regular one because I was at the indie shop last year and they didn't have the quick dry one with them, and I wanted to try the other one too. And I very sorely missed the quick dry. One of the other people who was there purchasing was like, "It's not marketed as a quick dry, but it's pretty quick drying. I feel like it's as quick as a quick dry." No. Thank you, caterers. Oh, that is a huge difference, Praise. Oh boy. Um, I lost track of what I was talking about. Oh, top coats. And then I tried the Glisten Glow top coat, and I absolutely love it. And then I tried the Vibrant Vinyls top coat, and I absolutely love that one too. And they have scent options, and I'm so excited because the polish pickup that they're bringing back, that they're able to bring back 2 this year, and one of them is Peach Beach, which was the first one that I ever tried from them, and I love it because it smells like peaches and other tropical fruit. And I was really sad. I was able to find someone who was destashing one, and I got a backup of it, but that one's almost gone now. 2. My favorite scents from them so far have been Out for Blood, which is like a blood orange scented one, the Bop, which is like an apple scented, but it's not. A lot of apple scented things are fake apple scented, and there's something more fresh about that one that I was enjoying. And it does do well over stamping, Caters. It's thinner than the Glisten Glow top coat texturally, so like over acrylic, I prefer the Glisten Glow. But the Vibrant Vinyls does well over stamping. I have not experienced any smearing with it. Hey, Colette, how are you? I'm almost done. I only have top coat on 2 nails and then a quick pass around with acetone, and then we'll be done. We were doing red, white, and blue star stamping over acrylic, so it's a kind of a subtle accent of additional splotchy red, white, and blueness. That one does not shrink on me either. The 2 of them are my favorites. Oh boy, that I wish it would stop doing that with the washing out and the sucky light. I don't know what exactly to even, like, I've tried changing the gain and stuff, and then if I move it gets too dark. And I've tried changing the white balance, but then all colors get wonky, and I don't want that either. Oh gosh. I'm sorry. Weren't you going to be doing possibly a nail something later today anyway? It is Wednesday, right? Oh, nails. Nails, nails, nails. You already did gaming earlier this week. And if you have chipped nails, you should do your nails. And then maybe also games. How about that? Hey? Okay. Okay. Yay! Yay! Praise! Yay! I'm so excited. Did you just do plain text, or did you do like a design with it? Or did you do like colored text? Or did you do like a fancy font? Yeah. After I finish these, I need to do some more cleaning and organizing. You were not here earlier, Colette, when I said that IKEA did not have the bookcase or the doors. So my solution was to take the doors off of the bookcase, and now they're just open. and I moved all of the books that were in the bottom of that bookcase out and put them in the storage in the couch because they were a lot of books that are like nostalgic from my childhood, but not books I really read all that often. And I'm turning those shelves into nail polish storage, these parts down here. And I have a lot to sort, and I still haven't, my Helmers are back here, right there. Ooh, two blue Helmers right there behind my phone. And they don't have anything in them yet either, and I need to finish organizing and sorting things, but I haven't yet. And I have to organize things in the bedroom still too while I am off this week. But today's only Wednesday, and albeit Thursday we're going to lose some time for the fireworks and whatever. It doesn't mean we don't have the rest of it too. Yeah, I got them together the evening that I came home. I did the first one. I finished it all completely except for the wheels on the bottom. I did want to have the casters on it because I want to be able to move them if I need to. You know, I think it would just be easier to have them on casters. And I could not get them in with just my arm muscle with a regular screwdriver, and I could not find the screwdriver that I have that has the racket. The screwdriver that I have that has the ratchet. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, it took me like an hour to find the screwdriver because it was in and among, I had used it over here in my polish area, and so it was like under all of the polish everything that needed to be put away still. I eventually found it, and then the second Helmer I put together, and I didn't have to look at the instructions at all, and it took me 30 minutes right on the nose from start to finish. Which I don't know if that's short time or a long time. They roll, yes. If they roll, that's fine. That nail, you cannot tell is broken. It's doing pretty dang good. I need to click the link, praise. Hang on. I want to do it before it scrolls too far, and I have to go back. Okay. Uh-huh. That looks so awesome. I like that the knot is very like teacher red ink knot. And then the paint is like painterly. It's cute. Yeah, extra layers definitely help, especially if your nails are prone to breakage and stuff. Even if you just do clear coat, it's helpful for protection. What's going on there, hey? Nobody here's judging you for missing a hi, Colette. When I come into your chat, I try to say hi to everybody too, but I also say hi everyone as like a blanket catch-all statement too. So I know what you mean, but we're not here to judge one another for missing a hello. I should have touched up that blue star. I didn't think about it. Okay. Okay. That hand is all cleaned up, and the light is sucking hardcore. There we go. That's a little bit better. Exactly. That's right. Okay, let's go back and do hand number 2. I like this. I think it's cute. Plus, it's not going to stay on super long because I am probably going to do my nails on... I'm not going to do them on Sunday. I have stuff going on Sunday. On Monday? That's not a whole week. Yeah. Yes! This hand still needs a little bit of cleanup around the edge for the top coat, but everything else is done. It's not as hot today as it was yesterday. It was hot yesterday. I had to turn on the air conditioner. I think it's cloudier today. I don't know, I have the window closed because otherwise we'd have even a worse weird glare problem. Praise, are you near a window? Is it cloudy today? Oh, wow. I love rain. If there's even a minimal chance of rain, I get all excited. I'm like, ooh, yes, please. I've got weird dry top coat down here. It's trying to do something funky. I kind of glommed it on the tip there to steal your word, Colette. And got a ledge of dried top coat hanging out under there. Oh, praise, update on the ottoman search. I've been looking. James accidentally stepped on something sharp in the carpet and kicked the ottoman. It was like a weird, like, metal wire or something. It must have come out of one of the things that he was doing for his computer. I don't know. And it hadn't been vacuumed up yet. So he stepped on it. It hurt him. He kicked the ottoman because it was right next to him when it happened, and it was like a reflex kick. And he caved in the whole side of the ottoman that we had. So I've been on the search for a different ottoman. And since the Helmers are going in the space that the ottoman used to go in when James plays Beat Saber, because we need open floor for that, I was looking for one that would be small enough to fit like over on the other side of the living room out of the way, that wouldn't block the walkway on that side. I was telling you, Praise, that there was only a gray option. I found a brown one, and I'm excited, and I'm going to order it today after I get some other stuff that I need to get to into my shopping cart. Oh no. Flooding is no good. When we were in 6th grade, Praises in my house, which is at the bottom of a hill, got flooded. The drain got blocked up, and we spent the whole night bailing water out of our house with our parents and our older sister, and attempting to save as much of our stuff as we could. And then it Took a long time for everything to dry out afterward. We had fans going, and the baseboards were cut open to make sure there wasn't any water damage in the walls, and we had to sleep on a pad in the garage while all of that was going on because the furniture was not, you know, on the carpet while the carpet was all drying. Yeah. Floods are not fun. And by had to sleep in the garage on a pad, I mean it was like the majority of the school year before finally all the walls were put back together because my dad was doing it all in his own, in his spare time, which he didn't have very much of. Okay. One more swipe. Hooray! We're done. Da, 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 da. Actually, we're going to put on cuticle oil, and then we'll be done. I don't know who's on, if there's anybody that I want to host. What's your timeline looking like, Colette? It was like 7 or 8 months because it wasn't right when the school year started, but it was for the whole rest of the school year until summer. My dad was a teacher, so he had a little bit more time once summer started, and then everything was able to get put together better. My older sister was on the couch in the garage, and Praise was on sort of a gymnastics foldy mat thing that we had, and I was on a pile of old carpet that was rolled up into a flat, softish thing. And the plan originally was to rotate, so everybody got to be on the couch, like, for a week, and then we would switch. And then I was in the worst of the 3 options, and when it came time to switch, I was like, you know what, it's not worth it, I don't care. Like, I already have my little setup here the way I want it, so it was fine. Okay, I've got some white hanging out there. Let me get that off really quick. Nobody wants you. You're not invited. Alright. Thank you, Amethyst. If I didn't say thank you. I appreciate it. Ta-da! Let's go see if there's anybody worth hosting. Oh, goodness. I just got a bunch of hair all over my stamper. And I don't have any tape because I need to get a new tape thing. So I'm just going to put the lid on it with the hair on it. And I'm going to leave it right there. And then I'm going to go find tape after I cut straight. Let's go see who else is on. I do like these. Yeah, me too, Colette. It looks like the only person that I'm following who is on is Bob Ross. So if y'all are interested in hanging out with that, then that's who is. Thank you, Athalas. Thank you, Colette. Also, again, and Praise. I love you. And we're going to host Bob Ross. And I will probably see you in stream later, Colette. I'll have you on in the background, most likely while I'm doing cleaning and stuff. So, thank you, Anne. I'll see you later. Bye.